without me giving it much thought, you know. So it's honestly, it's one of those things that just amazes me every time, and that's why I think it's God. I mean, I can't explain it, so until I get like a proper answer, you know. Because who teaches you how to write? You just practice, practice, practice. You get better. But from the start, who teaches you that voice you hear? What is it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can't figure it out. So I'm not even going to presume that it's coming, that it's me, that I'm, talented and I have so much to say. So I'll give that one to God.
It's interesting. You used to write poetry,
Mm-hmm.
and then from poetry you moved to writing lyrics, and
Songs and
you
stuff.
started
Mm.
writing. Have you abandoned poetry? Do you still write poetry?
My music is poetry.
Okay.
So I don't do poetry anymore, and like poetry, like go on stage and actually read a poem and stuff. I don't do that anymore because
You might not necessarily go on stage and read it, but
mm,
you can
but that's what
write
I'm saying.
and
That
just
if
put it
if
down.
if you actually if a person actually pays attention to my verses are actually written as poetry. Like
Okay.
over and over, if you write that as a poem, it'll make sense. Is my
Okay.
point. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I have not left it, but I just don't call it poetry anymore. I call it rap.
Interesting. You call it rap.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah. So, what does rap mean to you on a personal level?
Uh, well, I think it's what does that mean to me? I mean, it's like now it's a way for me to actually just I don't know relax.
Okay.
Um, this is weird, For me, it's like I go in the studio, I do, a lot of people, a lot of my peers see it as work, but for me, it's
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 just
like
you
it's
having
like it's
fun.
like it's like therapy.
Hmm.
I get stuff off my mind, stuff that I didn't even know was there in the first place.
Hmm.
Because I'll go there. I never know, like I never know what I'm gonna write about today.
Mm-hmm.
I just go. It's like I just vibe, and all of a sudden something just takes
Something just
shape.
takes shape and then you put it down.
Exactly, and I feel much better after it. So
Interesting.
it's therapy for me.
So you're this Nigerian guy who was born in Lagos, grew up in different parts of Nigeria, the
Hmm.
north, the middle belt, the south, and then you moved out. When you started living outside
Hmm.
Nigeria, what was it like for you? What was life like? And then you came back. When did you come back and why did you come back
Came out
anyway?
in 2008. I was done.
What do you mean done?
I was done. I was, because I went to study. So
Okay.
it's not like I didn't go there to just go and flex.
Oh, the idea was to study and come back, not
Yeah,
to leave.
yeah. I can't live there, man.
Why
Struggle,
not?
struggle is too real out there. As in,
But people will tell you that there are people saving up
mm,
here to go live and go have
look, the grass is always
greener
the
pastures.
grass is always greener on the other side,
Mm.
but only from the other side. Like once you get there, you realize that grass is like
Grass is not
regular
green.
grass. It's like every other grass. But
Yeah.
see, the thing is, I'd rather be here because um, there's still a lot of opportunities here. I cannot do what I'm doing over there
Mm.
because you can still be innovative. Like you can still have how do I put it? You can still have breakthroughs here, like because Africa is like the only emerging market left in the world.
Mm.
So you can't have that in England. Definitely not, unless you're some kind of tech genius. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, you're gonna have to work for someone and work, 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 work till you pass out, and you'll always be on the verge of being broke, no matter how much money you're making. I mean, my cousin is an example. My cousin was making like 4 grand a month, 4 grand pounds a month. That's a lot of
That's a lot
money,
of money for a
you
thousand
know.
pounds.
But he was always one check away from being broke. In terms of if he did not get one paycheck,
Hmm.
trust me, his life would
Will
scatter
will
because
end.
you don't own your house. You're
Mm-hmm.
paying for it still. You don't own your car. You're paying for it still. You don't even own your furniture. You're still paying for that. So you default on one check.
You're in trouble.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's like that's I don't need that. That's a lot of stress. I'm too here you can actually still live a little. You
Interesting.
know.
Tell us about school.
Hmm.
What
Um,
did you study?
biochemistry. Um,
Seriously?
yep. I went to Brookhouse College,
Okay.
um, in England. Then I went to Nottingham University. I did that because I was I was never really interested. I won't lie to you. And my parents knew that, by the way. They knew
Hmm.
that I was not interested. I mean, I was just following the grades that came easiest, the subjects that came, easiest to me.
And biochemistry happened to be it.
Yeah, you know,
Why not the arts? It should
that
come
was that
easy to
that was
you.
my first option. Funny
Okay.
enough, but back in the day, I don't know whether it was just my school, but if you had like really, really like if you had good grades, they group you in sciences.
Yeah, I do that. They do that
Exactly.
around here too.
That's I was in Lagos at the time.
Okay.
And I really wanted to do English literature because trust me, I'd have coasted, as in
Of course.
I'd have coasted as in, so. But I don't the concept of it being too easy, which was and I thought it was retarded then, and I still
I
think
think
it's
it's
retarded
started
now.
now.
For someone to say to you that it's going to be too easy, isn't that the whole point of life? I mean, why would you make my life harder? I mean, life is already hard. Do you understand? But you want to give me a chance. I mean, so I'm never gonna do that to my kids. My
Okay.
parents didn't do that to me. It was the school, by the way. So, but I don't think it makes sense. If a child is good at whatever it is, whatever however insignificant the subject seems,
Mm-hmm.
let him do that.
Interesting.
Look at Nigeria today. We look how many lawyers we have. How many law firms do we have?
Mm.
I mean, I'd imagine, I don't know any official statistic, but I imagine that more students are being pumped out of law school than can ever dream to find jobs.
Definitely. How
Mm-hmm.
many law firms can absorb all of them? How many?
Exactly, exactly. So, but and it's come. It's like the problem China is having now when they didn't when when they had one, they said they only wanted couples to have one child.
One child,
So
yes.
if the child was female, they actually killed the child off and stuff to have a male. Look at now they have statistics like 50 million Chinese people will never Chinese men
Will never
will
be
never be able to
married
marry
because I
because
know female children.
they're not females. Who are they going to marry? So it's the same issue here. You've pushed everyone from doing everything else. Everybody is an engineer, an accountant, or a doctor. Now
Mm-hmm.
doctors don't get cheese like that because we have
There's
too
so many
many.
medical students out there.
Exactly. So the other arts, the other the other occupations and whatnot are suffering for
Hmm.
this.
Don't you think the art is also suffering? These days, it looks like everybody wants to be an artist right now.
Oh yeah, for
Every
sure.
young person wants to
Mhm.
do music.
Mhm.
Every
Mhm.
young
Mhm.
person wants to be in entertainment.
Yep. Yep.
Isn't the place getting clogged up? Don't you feel like that?
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But you see, the thing I don't look. I don't even know because like I say, 95% of people in music in Nigeria, if not 98%,
Yeah.
are not making money.
Hmm.
So I wonder what are you attracted to, for crying out loud?
Is music paying your bills?
Yes, mine. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How does that work for you?
I have like my Busy Music Monday
Okay.
thing. Okay, I have my own studio, which now I don't. I no longer rent out. I don't. But I used to do that. And now I have my Busy Music Monday thing, which is paid for in
Okay.
full. It's not for radio,
So
so
it's not free.
I can't name the company,
Okay.
but it's paid for me to put out 12 songs. So basically, they
Wow.
paid for people on people's behalf. The people because the music is free.
Mm-hmm.
So like the company logo is on all the songs and everything. So
Nah,
it's
that's a
like
good deal.
yeah. So Busy Music Money is gonna come back regularly, and I'm also something of a music consultant. So
Okay.
I
How,
have
how does that work? Consultant.
all these labels that are starting up and
Okay.
need advice and whatnot and artist development and stuff. So I can
Okay.
help them with that because I'm probably the poster child for artist development as far as Nigeria is concerned because all these people don't have patience, and I have
Mm.
a lot of patience. I actually feel like I was one of the people who always felt like I want to work on myself. I want to get better. I want to get better. It's not about what you think about me. Even if you're
Mm.
telling me, busy, I'm mad, you're like, it's crazy. What you're doing is deep, blah, blah, blah. If I'm not hearing it,
You don't go out with it.
yeah, then it's not. No, I'll still go out with it because I have to do something now. But I'll go back and I'll still try to get better.
Hmm.
So and yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's been